I'm just saying.
Well, when have I ever gave you bad advice? That's real quick. When have I ever told you something you didn't listen and went belly up?
I'm not doing that. We know that. You
All
don't
right
have
then.
to stroke your ego right now.
I'm not stroking my ego. I am referencing everything I say.
I got you. We can big you up all day. That's fine. I'm telling you something. So
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
what is it?
I understand the frustration of women because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
100% lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie. You
there's not a pool.
that.
There's
you
not a.
Said
listen.
That.
Can I finish the story?
Listen.
You sat on the phone with me and said, "How many good men are there in this world?"
I wish you weren't a liar.
I said
there's not a lot of them. So please don't play with me because I remember everything you tell me.
Listen.
What?
Listen. Shut up for a second.
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are.
Boom.
They're going to walk right by you. Okay. And you in LA. If you in LA or anywhere LA adjacent, your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be born pretty or wake up pretty. But when you leave your house, you're going to be pretty. So everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. So there is plenty of good men. I am not rare in that way. I am rare in the way that I'm probably one of the only few good men that you have a close relationship to, but there's plenty good men. There's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass.
I mean, even look at the way she sat. She's loud, she's obnoxious, she's sat like that. She's trying to imitate the dude next to her. And he was only having just a general conversation with her. Can you imagine going home and she's in your house every day, man. Seems like to me she has a lot to offer a man. Loud arguments, drama, problems, crazy expectations. The list probably goes on. And yeah, his response was perfect. And she was pretty silent from that point out. Maybe it just sunk in. Because like he said perfectly, there's plenty of good dudes out there. Plenty. But they just don't want girls like her. Guys want peace. Peace of mind. A peaceful home. They don't want to be out there fighting the world and working long hours to come home and listen to that bullshit.
I've been saying for a really long time that this female obsession with cosmetic procedures shows that we're not in a good place, and finally people are acknowledging something's wrong.
Yeah. Because
women don't really look like human beings anymore, and they're calling it Pillowface. Pillowface refers to this new trend where hundreds of thousands of perfectly beautiful, healthy women, in trying to become even more beautiful, even more perfect, are literally disfiguring their faces with filler.
Yeah, and doing all this shit, if anything, it's doing the opposite. It's doing the complete opposite.
And not only does filler never really dissolve, which causes Pillowface, it also messes with the lymphatic system, which can cause cancer. So even though filler doesn't improve the way we look, and it's also a risk to our lives, we women can't stop doing it.
Well, I think it all started from people like, here. I don't even know who that is. That's Megan Fox, isn't it? I don't know. But it all started from celebrities started doing it. And obviously, what celebrities do, people do. For some reason, people idolize these people and then copy what they wear, what they do, how they act, what they drink, what they eat, where they go, all this shit. That's where it started. And celebrities and social media is the main reason a lot of shit's just gone downhill recently.
Because we've bought into the message that we women have an expiration date, and God forbid we show any signs of aging, we become completely irrelevant. So we will do anything to stop that from happening, including disfiguring our faces or risking our lives.
The mad thing is, right, is that some of these women are spending like 6 figures to look younger, but they all look like the flipping caterpillar from Bug's Life. Imagine spending all that money to look like that thing. That's an L, man.
Do you remember me? No. You paid for my groceries at Trader Joe's like 6 months ago.
Yeah, brother.
Dude, you remember me?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what was your name?
Colby.
Colby?
Yeah.
Carson, man.
Nice to see you.
Dude,
again.
good to see you. What are you doing down here?
Good memory, man.
Dude, I can't forget that. It was like $60 for the groceries. What are you doing down here?
My lady has never been here. I was telling her how dope the experience is.
Yeah.
Right here.
Super cool.
We took some pictures. We're going to check some live music, man.
Nice.
And watch the sunset, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a great rest of your day, man.
It's good to see you.
Yes,
bro.
sir. You too.
Always.
That's what I'm
Boys just like seeing boys win. You know, regardless of what the media says, we all want to see each other win, man.
You know what's funny? Some people talk about how they're tired of walking, so they want sugar daddies and whatever.
Right.
But girl, you've been single for what, 5 years? Nobody wants you for free. I mean, the audacity to think that someone would pay for you.
I think it's like a problem that straight women have where they just like man more than they like their own progress. Stop it. Do you know how much of a fat the strongest of soldiers fall for man? People have not finished their degree because of man. People have not opened that business and said they're going to open because of a man.
Because of a man.
That your hair and lash business. What are we saying?
Why is it always our fault, man? Why is it always our fault?
Yeah, I want to support my friends and do lash, but this man is holding up the line.
Let's talk about it. Because your boyfriend ruined, he didn't send you good morning, it's ruined your day.
And now because of that, you're not productive.
And you don't want to go to work.
Or you use the money you're meant to use to open your lash business. You went to go and lend him money.
But isn't that the girl's fault? Like, why is it the dude's fault? If that guy is a toxic guy, is holding her back, then she shouldn't be with him. Simple as that.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
Hello, welcome in.
What the hell does this dude look like?
A little closer. Come on in. Don't be scared. What's your name?
My name is Tarius.
Tarius, how old are you?
I'm 29.
And what do you do?
I'm on tour for PBS Children's Story.
Oh, like you write children's books or?
I have an animation company that I started when I was 21 years old.
Nice.
You see how they judged this guy as soon as he walked in? He didn't even speak. And they, like, I don't know if there was a few that didn't pop, but 90% of them popped. It seemed like they all popped for that matter. This guy's dressed smart. Everything's looking good so far. I don't see what the problem is.
And then it's basically about my childhood and teaching young black boys that black dads do care.
Wow, I love that. Oh, okay. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So I have a Airbnb that's kind of like in the lake. So I'm a nature boy. So I love to climb trees in my time off. I love to draw. And I honestly just like peace. So I do a lot of peace and help for people who like need emotional regulation.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I kind of take everybody for who they are.
Okay.
So if you are naturally more outgoing, I try to match that. If you're inside, I try to match that. So I'm kind of like, I like to make my woman happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
sounds like a good dude, you know, and he's got a business. He's on tour for you know, his work, and everything seems good so far. But I guarantee if this guy walked in a tracksuit with face tats, a tag on his ankle, they wouldn't have popped. They're looking for that dude. We already know it.
What are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers is if you don't have any passion, you know, like if you don't know what you want to do in life, I kind of can't help you with that. You know, you got to love yourself and figure that out for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's overqualified for these women here. These girls are all looking for the bad dude, the guy who's in and out of prison, catching charges, catching a case. I can take one look at these girls and know exactly what sort of dude they want to see walk in that room.
When men have more and more and more and more status, there should be a point at which it breaks, and then the more status doesn't lead to more women, and it never fucking happens. 100%. 23 women want to sue this guy pretending to be Lionel Messi. Did you see this? Yeah. This one dude walks around looking like Lionel Messi, and he had sex with 23 women. These women who want to sue him knew full and well that he was married when they had sex with him. They knew Lionel Messi was married. So it's totally fine for them to have sex with a married man and to share that married man with his wife. But it's not okay that they had sex with a man who pretended to be Lionel Messi and wasn't actually Lionel Messi. It's like one of the craziest things that I've ever seen. These women were willing to have sex with a man who gave them no money, who did not give them children, who gave them no provisioning whatsoever. They slept with him for one reason, because his perceived status. That is the only reason. And he's short. It's the only reason that they slept with this dude. And then you see that, and then you look at all the studies from evolutionary psychologists, and you're like, oh, it is true.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like. You could look like flipping Shrek. If you got 1 million followers or £1 million in the bank, girls are going to want you for that. I mean, look at these dudes like Little Plump, whatever his flipping name is. This 6'9" guy who literally is the definition of a clown. And girls be queuing up and be going crazy for these flipping saps right here. If these guys didn't have careers and make music and have money, these girls wouldn't even bat an eyelid. It's all about status to some girls.
And then I come home and I'm like, I have chairs upside down. I have 2 vacuums in there. What are they called? Going like running.
Dysons.
Dysons, cleaning up litter. Like, I clean up after dogs. You didn't even take the dogs out. I had to take them out. I had to throw the trash stuff. You didn't notice either. I did all kinds of stuff. And then you come in with your little hat on, brushing your beard, drinking a coffee. I'm like, bro, you didn't see I had a whole tornado got off that mountain.
Let me remind you.
Damn. Nice place. His house.
Do you have anything else to say?
Nah, I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Well, yeah, if he's doing absolutely nothing, then yeah, I can understand, like, that's just part of adult life. You've just got to do things like an adult. But then the same argument, that big, lovely house they're in, sat by the pool in the sun, he's paid for it and provided that, and that life for her, and she doesn't have to go to work and whatnot, then yeah, of course he shouldn't have to be doing stuff around the house constantly. And if she's complaining about that and she's in his ear all the time, then mate, you bet there's plenty of girls who would appreciate that. Oh no. Oh no. They better run.
Oh my god.
Why is she looking in the sky? There's a bear behind you.
Right next to you? Just don't.
Yeah, guys, this woman has the survival instincts of a flipping dingbat. And I didn't get the ending as to actually what happened, but I can assume that the bear just walked off, but that video could have ended very differently.
Are you single? No, this is my boyfriend. If you had to pick someone to join you in a threesome,
Right.
what celebrity would you pick?
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
Pause. You care about a chick's body count?
I think it's the wrong take, because she's just practicing for the right man.
Oh,
what?
Come on. What a pathetic beta cuck.
If you're trying to wife a girl up, and she said she's got 3K, you're gonna get the whole experience of all those 3,000.
Ugh, sick. Not interested.
She practiced for you. She put her heart and soul into every single one of those practices in order for you to...
Guys, I need to get a beta bell. I need to get a beta bell and put it here. Every time I hear some bullshit like this, I'm going to smack it.
Have the best time you can possibly have, and I think that's a great quality for a wife.
I don't think so.
Until she practices on you for the next guy.
He's talking about that being like a good wife quality. Yeah, well, I don't want my wife being a bizzle. That's not a good wife quality, is it? If you've got something that's so accessible, then it's not really of any value, is it?
So he's like 100 pounds overweight. I'm like, why don't you show some respect and lose a little weight next time you have the middle seat on a flight?
Right.
You won't be spilling over onto your fellow Americans. No, I know, that's off limits, because now fat people are heroes. Everybody is a hero now.
Everyone's a hero.
No, I'm going to tell you what about fat people. Your organs are not giving you a standing ovation as you walk over to the refrigerator again. What you're doing is dangerous. You got children, lay off the ice cream.
Yeah, he isn't wrong. Anything that's deemed like unhealthy today always seems to be like defended because people don't want, you know, feelings getting hurt. Today is run by feelings. Society is all about, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. I don't want my feelings hurt. What's a load of shit? I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. It's like, you know, when parents have a son and he gets overweight, they'll be like, son, look, you're getting a bit fat, mate. Or when you're in your group, guys, if you're with your boys and you're putting on some timber, your boys will be like, mate, you're getting a bit fat, you fat bastard, you know? The jokes be cracking out, and then you'll be like, yeah, maybe I should lose some weight. But if a girl is overweight, you can never speak about it. They'll just be like, oh, she's great the way she is. It's never spoken of. It's never spoken of about a girl's weight. But guys, man, it's brutal honesty that gets guys in the gym.
Some people think that it's preferable to be a virgin before you get into a relationship. I don't personally really think you have enough information about what you're into or not into before you've slept with anyone. And obviously there's a lot of ways to get to know somebody besides just sleeping with them. But myself, I've personally had the experience many times of pining over a girl for weeks and then finally sleeping with her, and her vagina was just blown to smithereens. It was just no good. I couldn't get any kind of enjoyment out of it. And to me, that just like, you need to find that out before you actually go for it, you know?
If you're marrying a virgin, that kind of eliminates that entire...
I think some
with
reveals
are
just like inherently blown out. Like, I think that
they come like that?
They just are f***ed up. Yeah, like that's just a genetic thing. Like just the same way that like ladies, I'm sure you wouldn't want to marry some guy and then find out he had a 2.5-inch penis Right? See?
Yeah, you have to see it first. There's no
I think
way.
it depends on like your view of the person, but ultimately love is a choice, I believe, and it's one that is a gift of yourself, and you
Right.
receive the gift of the other person.
But if I had started to hang out with her and the first time that I saw her vagina, it was a Venus flytrap, I want to know that before I get into like a serious relationship. I think that's very valuable information.
You guys know who watch my videos. We all think this guy is a loser, which he is. He is. That's a fact. I'm sorry if some of you guys are fans of this guy and what he does, but this guy is a loser beta. And I'll tell you why that is. Because this guy lets his wife get whacked by other dudes. Vice versa. He sleeps with girls, she sleeps with dudes. It's all recorded and put online. And they're meant to be married. And if that ain't the definition of a loser, I don't know what is. So 99.9% of what a man like that will say, I will never listen to. But if I put that aside, right, being sexually compatible with your partner is super important. Of course it is. It is super important. That can make or break a relationship. We all know that. And I've dated girls in the past where, you know, everything's going great. Everything is going great. Everything is there, but we're just not compatible and it just doesn't work. And if you've had an experience like that, you have to let me know in the comments, but it happens. Being compatible, having the connection, everything across the board, if that's not there, then eventually, after a certain amount of time, there's only so long you can go when that bothers you all the time. It's not going to work. More often than not, it won't work anyway.